Using a heat erasable pen, make a dot 5 inches down from the top and 5.5 inches in from the left side. Using a light box or a window, center the dot over the top middle of the mountain top. Trace your design with a heat erasable pen. I'm going to dip a bullet tip Fantastic into the ink bottle about as far up as where this little plastic edge meets the tip of the Fantastic. This is a scrap of the same fabric I'm actually using on my project, and you can see when the Fantastic has been freshly dipped that the color is very dark and very solid. Let me see if I can zoom in and show you what I'm doing. See how dark that is? We don't want it anywhere near that dark. I'm going to bleed off some of the excess ink by rubbing it into a paper towel. And I want to get a fair amount off here. I want my end result to be like the soft coloring of a crayon. Let me test it here. When I rub lightly, I get just a nice, soft coloring. Remember, with the ink, you can always build up the layers, but you can't take it back. So it's better to be lighter than it is to be too dark. For demonstration purposes, I've moved to a little bit smaller piece of fabric. I'm going to begin filling in the edges of the mountain that are not white. Refer to your cover if you need to. And I'm just lightly coloring in up against the area that I've drawn. I'm going to come kind of all the way around as I work down and out. I'm going to get even lighter, which means I'm barely going to touch the surface of the fabric with my applicator. You can see that it's also not really even, which is how the mountain base appears on a lot of days. Here's my mountain base all finished. I'm ready to add the white. This is the white ink. It's a little bit different than the other inks we have been using. If I shake it a little bit, there's a little bead in there. The white is a little more opaque and more paint-like than some of the other colors, so you need to shake it before you use it. After it's been shaken, the white actually collects enough ink in the lid that I'm just going to dip my brush tip applicator into the lid and work from there. As you can see, I've already started filling in a little bit of the white area. I'm just going to dip the very tip of my Fantastics into the white and simply fill in the rest of the snowy areas. This is no big secret. We're just filling it in just like you would color nice in the lines of a color book. Make sure you see me dipping the... See, I'm just touching it into here and picking up a little ink on the tip. And just keep working at filling in the mountaintop. Turn your work if you need to until you have all the snow areas filled in. You can see I have the snow areas all filled in on my mountain now. Don't worry if you can still see your ink lines. When we heat set this, because the pen erases with the heat, all of your outline marks are just going to disappear and you'll have your beautiful mountain left. Heat set your mountain by placing a paper towel over the top. My iron is set on cotton. I'm going to leave my iron there long enough so that I can't leave my hand there when I set it down. And there's beautiful Mount Rainier, all finished. I promise you, the pots and the gloves are even easier. Remember, you have a choice of Mount Baker or Mount Rainier with this project. Remember, you can clean your hands and your work surface with baby wipes. See you next time.